Are you nervous about a job interview coming up, or maybe already scared, like there's no way I'm gonna get this job? Well, not the right attitude. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to crush it in your next interview and get the job. So if we haven't met, my name is Cassandra and I help motivated professionals build their careers and businesses through practical tips to gain career confidence. And let's start talking about ways to crush that job interview. So number 1, first impressions matter a lot, like a lot. So when you go in for a job interview, they say that their mind is like 70% of the way made up in the first 5 to 6 seconds. What? That's a lot. Now, here's the great part about it. If you make a great first impression, all your answers after that are just going to be reinforcing what they've already decided to believe about you. They're going to see them in a positive light. But there's a study that shows that if you give a bad first impression, it takes like 7 good impressions after that to make up for it. So if it's a bad first impression, you have to give like 7 awesome answers. That's really hard to do. So let's give a great first impression. How do you do that? You're smiling. You make eye contact. You're on time. Even if it's on a Zoom, get on that Zoom a couple minutes early. Make sure you're in frame. Make sure your lighting's good, right? You want to give a great first impression. Now, I have other videos on this. You can check those out. I'll put them in the description box, but just know first impressions are super key to getting that job. So number 2, you need to kill it when you answer, tell me about yourself. Now, I could ask you right now, tell me about yourself. Stop the video. Tell me about yourself. Do it right now. It would not go well. I promise you, I've asked thousands of people, tell me about yourself. And you can tell who's practiced and ready and who thought they could wing it. I promise you, you can't wing it. So tell me about yourself is the only question where you get to really craft ahead of time what that pitch will be of who you are and what you've done that matters to this company. So the really short version of it is that you need to highlight past jobs or experiences and name one thing you did in that job that you learned that you think is important for this job. So, oh yeah, I worked at Wendy's, and while I was there, it really taught me the value of customer service. I learned how to really make every customer happy every day. But then I moved on from there and went to blah, blah, blah. Tell me something you learned there. And then end with why you're in the room today. And that's why I'm excited to be here, because this just seems like the next step in growing in my career, or I feel like I've learned all I could learn in my current position and I'm ready to move on to that next challenge. And this is something I'm really passionate about, blah, 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 and be specific. So crush the tell me about yourself. Then you need to answer all behavioral questions, those tell me about a time when questions, using the STAR method. And you need to focus on the R, okay? So I have other videos about this, but essentially the STAR method is walking someone through a time something happened. You give the situation, the task, the action, and the result. So that's where people really mess up. They tend to talk about a time, they give the situation that was at hand, they give the task they were told to do or the thing that needs to happen, and then they give their action of what they did. Like, and then I did blah, blah, blah. And they think that's the important part. Like, see, interviewer, I did this thing. I took initiative. I helped with diffuse the conflict. But really, no one cares unless there was a great result. So don't forget, the money is in the result. You need to tell me what happened because of that action. Did the whole team come together after that? Did they promote you because of your excellent leadership skills? Give the result. All right, tip number 4, you are not done when you leave the meeting on Zoom or you walk out the door of the office. We are not done. we need to send a thank you. So you need to send a thank you email within 24 hours of finishing that interview, okay? It's great if you can do it in the first couple of hours, but I totally understand lives are busy. I myself have done interviews and had to leave there to go to a dinner or a thing, and 11 o'clock at night just didn't seem like the appropriate time to send it, so I waited till I got a good night's sleep and sent it the next morning, right? That thank you is short. It's about 4 sentences. You're gonna say thank you, you're gonna reinstate your excitement for this position, and you're gonna name something specific from the interview that made you excited. So please don't try and write these ahead of time. I've heard of people having them pre-written and then coming out to the front desk and handing them the note and saying, can you give this to so-and-so? That's what we call disingenuous. Disingenuine? Disingenuous. It's not genuine, okay? So don't do it. Always just craft it on your own afterwards within 24 hours. And fun fact, I have timed this process multiple times and this takes you 3 to 4 minutes. So I want you to think about it this way. 3 to 4 minutes is what stands between you and getting that job, because the thank you note can be the deal maker. Okay, number 5, you have to practice and prepare. If you've recognized anything from the things I've already said, you cannot just wing this, right? No one can go into an interview and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk and see what happens. It does not work that way. You need to practice and prepare. So practice in front of a mirror, record yourself, write out your answers. Please, please, please do not let the first time you say those words to those answers be in the room or on the Zoom. You need to do it ahead of time. So to help you with that, I do have a very affordable course called Feel Confident and Prepared for Your Next Interview. And I literally walk you step by step through my process that I go through before any job interview. And it's helped me get some decent job offers, y'all. I know this system works. So if you want information on that, it's in the description box below. It's about an hour course, right? You don't need to spend 4 hours taking a course to then have to go practice for the interview. It's short, so it can walk you through it quickly so you can get to practicing. So you can get that below. But let me know what tip means the most to you in the comments below. And that's it for today. If you need more help, videos here and here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.